Hey everyone. So, one thing that we all have in common is that we all experience these bad days. We have days where things just don't go according to plan, where we have a particular agenda or and that just doesn't get accomplished, or something comes out of the blue and it's not good. It hurts us. It's difficult. Many people are experiencing this in a very serious way with the coronavirus. They're losing their job, or they are perhaps having to close a business, or they themselves are sick, or somebody they love has died even. So the experience of suffering is something which is universal, which we can't escape. We're on Earth. It's going to be present in our lives. And so in spirituality, we talk sometimes about carrying our crosses, enduring those difficulties. And this is super important, we should do it. But at the same time, we have to remember that our life is not just a pure cross. It's not as if the only thing happening in our lives is that bad thing. Like, the bad thing is happening. That's challenging, it hurts. And, we have to shoulder that at times. We have to accept that. We have to resign ourselves to the will of God. But we should never get tunnel vision about these things. We should never just be so zoomed in upon that bad thing, upon that cross, that we forget that there are other things taking place. For example, or rather an illustration that I one time heard that helped me to understand this was, if you have a rock, and you take that rock, which could be painful, it could hurt you, if somebody throws it at you, or you could trip over it. You take this rock, and even if it's a very small rock, and you put it right up to your eye, that's all you see. You see the rock. You don't see anything else because it's so close. It's just, you're zoomed in on the rock. So we have to take that rock away. We've got to put it in perspective and realize, oh, there's actually more happening than this rock, this bad thing in my life. There's more than just this rock here. And this sometimes takes a little bit of practice, for us to realize that there's more things happening in my life than that evil. Because naturally speaking, we look at the bad. You go online and people are always fascinated about the drama, about trauma, about the bad news. There's a lot of news sources that make their living off the sensational news about just disasters which are happening. Or even on a more physiological basis, we look at the bad. Naturally, if you have this whitewashed wall, it's all the same color, and there's this one stain on it, there's this one spot on it, we focus on the one spot. It's just the eye is naturally drawn to that which is not well, to that which is not in accord with the rest of the wall. It's something which we all do. And so we have to learn the practice of going beyond the bad, of going beyond the cross, of going beyond the suffering, and seeing the good things, of seeing the blessings in our lives. Because every single day in which we're here on earth, there are good things, there are blessings. We just have to look for them, but they're there, because God never leaves us by ourselves.